What's going on, everybody? Another video, rather quick one, or at least that's my intention, because I'm in the middle of editing the Barton short throw shifter for the Challenger install. I'm also busy editing some of the clips from when I reassembled the engine on the Impala. And right now I just wanted to make a quick video showing you guys where I'm at, what there's still left to do, what's already been done, and kind of what the holdup has been. And so I'm going to take you through it. I'm going to show you the car. I'm going to show you the engine block and everything else that that is there to see. And hope you guys enjoy. If you do, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and if you have any questions, obviously, don't forget to leave that down below in the comments. So hope you guys enjoy. So obviously the car is still sitting here with no drivetrain in it. I started prepping some of the red paint there because obviously that's all going to be set in black. So one of these days, I got to put my old steering rack back into the car, put it up on the lift, do that so that I can actually safely get it outside to paint. Then I'm going to take off the front bumper because I'm just going to spray all that black too, just so there's no weird overlap that you can still see with the eye when the engine's back in. Probably going to have to remove the remains of the fuse box there, that bracket, as well as the coolant reservoir. And then it's probably going to be a matter of putting a trash bag over the whole brake booster assembly there. Maybe I'll remove the master cylinder. I haven't really come up with a decision for that. And I've been sanding down my subframe a little bit so that it looks a little bit shinier, so I'm not finished with that either. Again, totally overkill for this type of car, but whatever. Got the thermostat laying there that we're about to use. Some other stuff that we used during the project. Got the headers, the OBX headers, we're about to put those on the actual block right now. Trans is still sitting there. Unfortunately, triple edge has been the holdup. I was told that it would take 2 to 3 weeks. It's been 6, so it's still sitting there. That's not the torque converter that we're going to use. I did get my 3200 stall in already. A couple things here. That's the old tensioner that we took off the car because we are going to be using the new one, which is the tensioner that was made by Martin Carrillo, which is this one. So we need to take that to the block itself too. Pretty cool. Got his motor mounts as well. So in here we got the starter still, the alternator, the flywheel. We got my manifold gaskets right there that we're about to use, and some of the brackets that come off the block. We got the coil packs and brackets already painted. Did that quite a while ago, and that's the old intake. And so let's go to the heart itself, because I have to say I'm really proud of how this block started. I mean, the entire car obviously, and how it turned out. I mean, I just got done painting the actual oil pan to match the heads. I mean, it just looks incredible. I can't even describe how proud I am of how this looks and how much better it looks in person than it does in the video. Got a temporary AC Delco filter on there right now, because that first oil change is going to go down after 15 minutes. And we're going to put a Wix filter on it after that, and some AMS oil in there as well. So this is all done. I'm about to put my water pump manifold on, which I did paint on the other side, as you can see. Got my new belt there, new cap for the radiator, gasket for the throttle body, and obviously the new revised belt tensioner. We have the new plugs and wire, and a new plug boots from GM right there. So we got those in blue from NGK. These are all the bolts for the water pump manifold right there. We got a new push rod measuring tool from Summit Racing, one that is adjustable like the other one, but this one actually has an easier way of twisting it. So we're gonna have to redo that. And then we got the NGK TR6 Iridium Iridium spark plugs. These are the same ones that I was running already after I changed them out one time. So I'm running those again. They're one step or stage cooler than the OEM plugs. So if you're going mildly modified like I am, that would be a good thing to do. And then basically, we're still working on the intake. I let it sit for a long time. Just the last couple days I've been working on it. It is feeling really smooth. So just so you guys know, I went overkill with it because I don't want it to crack. I don't want anything to look like shit on this thing. I want it to match the beauty of the engine, and obviously it's going to have the same blue paint on the intake and probably some vinyl stickers on top, just showing people what type of car, make and model it is. But yeah, it's really smooth. So what I did for the intake itself is I primed it a little bit just to see the spots that could still use a little bit of putty. So what I did is I sawed everything off of the intake, and all the pieces that I had sawed off of the intake, they all landed basically in here. So you just get pieces of plastic that come off. Then I plastic welded all that shut and the holes. And then after that, what I basically did is I went down with the sanding grits from 80 grit all the way up to now 400. And in between, I used some Bondo. But what I'm gonna do for you guys is I'm gonna make another video. I'm gonna pull another intake that I'm going to shave and then I'm going to prepare. I'm gonna give it away to one of you guys. I'm gonna do it the same way I did on this one. So it's gonna be totally overkill. You know you're getting a top tier shaved intake from me. So if you wanna win one of those intakes soon, let me know. We'll do a little raffle for that. And then in here we have, what I used is the fiberglass Bondo. I used that as a layer over the welded sections only. And I did it twice. So I did fiberglass Bondo, sanding a little bit. Then I did normal Bondo one layer, sanded that down to make it nice and smooth. More fiberglass just for extra reinforcement. Another layer of this regular body filler. And then after all that, I started switching over to the putty right here. That's like your finishing glaze. And that's basically what's on there right now. A little bit of primer to find the high spots, and we're basically almost done. Just have to relocate the ports on the intake. So we got some JB weld right here. And then we got some fittings, a couple of fittings. I bought a bunch that I probably won't be ending up using, but who cares? Rather have too many. And that's basically it. So I'll make a quick little video when I get the headers on and everything. And then, yeah, that's basically it for now. So yeah, that's basically where we're at right now. I expect that the car will probably be running and driving again in about 2-3 weeks from now. I hope. Everything depends on the transmission parts. If those keep getting delayed, I mean, I already envisioned that this car would be on the road by now. But that's the only thing really holding everything up right now. So if that comes in the next week or so, it's going to go to the transmission shop to get rebuilt. And then after that, by that time, I'll have the engine bay all painted up, ready to go, and we can drop it in. And yeah, when we drop the engine back into the car, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use the dollies that we have here at the shop. I don't know if you guys can see that. We have those dollies right there. So I'm gonna use that to basically get the car back to the lift. I'm gonna drop the subframe on 2 Harbor Freight dollies. And then I'll be able to actually write the subframe over that section right there, because last time we did it on jacks, uneven jacks, super dangerous, but I had a friend with me. Now I probably won't. So we'll ride the subframe out over here where we can mount everything. We can make the engine back with the trans, put the torque converter in, and then we can basically ride the whole assembly back over there and put it back in the car, do the power steering lines. We got a new rack coming, obviously. So there's still quite a bit that needs to be done as far as that goes, but new AC lines I need to install still. But overall, I feel like we're about 80% of the way there now. And the trans I don't have to touch myself, so that's not going to be costing me a lot of time. So yeah, I'm going to put this on. I'm going to remeasure my push rods, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like after some more assembly. All right, guys, and there you have it, all done. Got the water pump manifold on, brand new AC compressor on. Of course, the headers, OBX headers with Neil stainless steel bolts. Got the spark plugs in, push rods measured. Other side of the header there. God damn, it just looks gorgeous. It just looks gorgeous. That's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it.